Guys, what's up? Unsportsmanlike conduct. Gabb Bree here to talk some NFL with you guys. I will say this week was completely different than the week before
What a week.
in almost every single way besides Buffalo losing.
What
It
a
was
week.
um, last week it was lame to be a grandpa, and I guess this week it's cool to be a geriatric. So anything can change any given Sunday, Monday, Thursday. That was crazy.
The NFL is nuts. Let's just start with the two old guys who found themselves in
Two
the
old
winning
guys.
column. I will say I expected the Bucks to win
Yeah.
that game, so I'm not totally surprised. The Green Bay game, I didn't think that they had that in them. Um, Shout out Christian Watson for having the game of his life and maybe giving his quarterback a reason to shut the hell up for once.
For a week at least. Yeah.
Um, but he's still like in his post game presser, he still is just like so like
I don't know what it is
just
about him. It's just
everything. It's
Aaron
everything.
Rodgers. I know his own fans are kind of like,
Sick of
maybe
him.
just don't do it.
Like I understand anger towards the head coach about the play calling and stuff because you have, as we've talked about, two of the better running backs and arguably
Right.
I would say the best, if not top three running back tandems in the league. So the fact that they haven't utilized them as much over the last few weeks is head scratching. But for him to like at LaFleur on the sidelines, like shut
I don't
up.
know. It's just like the theme this year. The quarterbacks are
I
yelling at the
know.
coaches. Quarterbacks are yelling at their teammates. Just a theme for a lot of people. Theme for a lot of people, and especially one that didn't play and his team won without him. That was funny
Yeah.
too.
Well, is it time
Mm.
to have a conversation about Kyler Murray? I
I mean,
know,
I
like
feel
the
like we've
Rams.
been having this conversation for a while.
Yeah, we have. We definitely have. And the Rams aren't all that good. I mean, their defense is pretty good.
Right. I mean,
The thing
they're
as a
not
whole, maybe not.
terrible. They can have a day, I guess, and I guess they
I mean, it seemed like the Arizona offense just clicked a little better, you
with
know? Freaking
my
Colt
guy Colt
McCoy.
McCoy. I
What
love
the
Colt
hell?
McCoy. I love Colt McCoy. I literally think I said last week I broke into his football camp. I feel like I said that
Oh
on here.
god. I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
you did.
I said it somewhere last week. I said because he had a football camp when he was with the Browns. Like my brother was going to it, but I wanted to go and get a shirt. So like you had to like get these wristbands to go in. And I was just like waiting in the car. I'm like, Mom, I'm going in. Went
Oh my
in, like,
god.
took pictures there, bought a T-shirt, stand on the sidelines, acted like I was a part of it, and left. Yeah,
Oh
broke into
lord.
his football camp.
Well, he is making I know once Kyler is healthy enough to come back, like he's back, but last year when this happened too, Colt McCoy did a damn good job.
Yeah,
Like
I
in
mean, he's serviceable.
yeah, but not only is he serviceable, like last year when Kyler got hurt and he had to go in, he won. Same thing
Right.
this year, he won, and I mean, I'm not saying he's better than Kyler Murray. Not
No, I'm
saying
not saying he's better than him either, but I feel like people respect him more and he respects his teammates and people enjoy
right.
playing with him. It's just like what happened last night with Taylor Heinicke. You saw after the game,
Mhm.
you had Terry McLaurin after the game go on air and say, "Yeah, that's my guy. I like to play for him. I enjoy playing for him. He makes us all play better when he's out there." That's not
Right.
saying he's good, but he just brings something that the other guys don't.
Listen, if the Commanders don't stick with Heinicke when Wentz is
Well, they
able to come
have
back,
to.
and that's, like, soon, um,
Yeah.
I I don't know what they're thinking, I don't know what their goal is because
Uh, and I don't know either, but they have to. They really
you
have to. I
have
saw
to.
this tweet. I think it was Richard Marshall Lynch. I can't remember who it was. One of the two. I put it in the document, and the question was, what would their record be if he started the whole season? I think it would be about the same.
Yeah,
I don't think it would be that big of a difference. They definitely would play harder. Yeah,
maybe a
one.
one-game swing,
Yeah, I think it would still be pretty
but I
similar.
think he gives you the better chance to win as opposed to Carson Wentz. y'all know I'm a Carson Wentz hater. I'll admit it. I have no problem with that. But like he it's it's that aspect of it where I just think he might be a better quarterback at this point than Carson Wentz, but it also seems like because he's been around this team a little bit longer and has they've been in odd situations with him and he's, shown that he can put up a damn good fight if not actually win.
Right.
It seems like they like him more and like when
Yeah, I
he's
mean,
out
that
there, the
helps.
the vibe is a little bit different. Um, I don't know. If I mean, I don't imagine them going back to Carson Wentz unless either Heinicke gets hurt, God forbid, or they go on like a 2-game blowout streak, 2, 3 games.
Yep.
But you have to stick with the guy. You have to ride the hot hand, and it's working. Don't fix what isn't broken. Just beat the only undefeated team in the league. Now they had their own issues last night, so it wasn't all the
Yeah.
Commanders just kicking the crap out of them. But I mean,
This comment. Funny. Forrest Soft for flopping on the final play. I thought it was so funny. Like
he,
it was wild.
he didn't flop. I don't think.
It
But
wasn't like a
like,
James Harden
no,
situation, but
it's
like he did
no.
smart football guy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
It's like when Kenny Pickett did that in last year, and they said, rid of that one.
That's the thing. Like, I saw a lot of people pissed off about this, and
Yeah.
everything about it was correct. He gave himself up as the runner. That's it. He's done. The play is dead. And I know I think it was Brandon Graham. It looked like he was
Man,
trying to
that
let
sucked,
up.
that sucked so bad for him.
Like he's been in this
Ooh.
league for so long. I know he knows better than that. And it genuinely did look like he was trying to let up, so he didn't hit it. But like that's a large human being and momentum is a thing. Um, but like I mean, it's the right call. That's just how
Right.
it is.
Was it a little wild? Yeah, but
Yeah, I
again,
mean,
heads up, football guy made the play so his team can win, and
that's it.
I gotta respect it.
Yeah,
Now, if it
that's
happened to
smart.
my team, I'd be
Oh,
kind of pissed off. I'd be
I'd be
so mad.
furious.
No, I would say if it happened to my team, I would say, yeah, that's something that would happen to the Cleveland Browns.
I
But
would just be so mad if it was
oh my
like the
god.
Patriots because like I know Belichick hammers home things like that, like it
Ugh.
drills it into their skull so they don't make stupid mistakes like that, and like it would just be, oh my god, I'd be so mad, so mad.
Eagles still win the NFC. Right?
Yeah, I
I
think
would
so.
hope so. They're better than the Giants. They're better than the freaking New York
Yeah,
Football Giants.
they absolutely are. The Cowboys are the only team that could realistically run for their money, and that
They're getting ran through,
I
literally.
just I don't know about the Cowboys. Like I had a lot of high hopes for the defense especially, and they kind of let
Yeah, and
me
now
down.
they're looking a little rough.
Yeah. I mean, I listen, I had another bad fantasy week. I just lost my third game in a row
I
and
think everybody's having bad fantasy. I feel like I say this all the time. I don't play fantasy football. I have one fantasy team. My team is winning, and this is the only time it's ever happened to me.
I
My team
started the
is so
season
good.
I started 6-1, 3-game losing skid, 6-4. I like dropped into like 5th place, I think. Actually, no, I think that's dramatic. I think I'm in like 3rd or 4th now. So it's still in the playoffs, but like this last 2 weeks we got Jonathan Taylor back though. That's great. Good for morale.
Right.
Oh,
Um, my God, we have Mr. Bussin King in the chat.
oh,
That made my
love
whole
him, love
day.
him.
That made my whole
Yep.
day so much better. Um, yeah, but I think the Eagles, they had to
Yeah.
lose. They had to lose eventually. Might as well get it out of the way.
Right.
Better losing now than in the playoffs, which
Oh,
probably still will do.
yeah, you're not kidding. Boy,
But
it hurts real bad when you're riding that undefeated streak and you get to the
mhm,
literal last game possible and that's the one you
uh-huh,
lose. Yeah,
yeah.
sucks big time. So,
Yeah, so might as well get one out the way.
yeah, I mean,
Maybe not a division game, but like I still think
yeah, but against the Commanders, like I don't think
right. It's
that's
not
really
like
going to
the
make all that big of a
Cowboys. Yeah.
difference. Yeah. So,
Are you
Um,
still Jalen Hurts MVP?
uh, I'm leaning a little bit towards Pat at this
Okay,
point,
see,
I
I thought
think.
so everybody today I've watched so many shows today, and they're just, like, blowing my mind because they are all putting Tua at 1, and I get it, he's having a really good time, but look at the team you played. Look at the
Also,
team who you played. Terrible.
Tua would not be doing what he's doing this year without Tyreek. Like, if Tyreek was
Right.
not added into the mix, like, the
Mhm.
numbers are so skewed because Tyreek and Jalen Waddle both go for, like, 100 yards per game. And, like, yeah,
I mean, that's the
it's
point of having good players on your team to elevate the guys around you, but I still think Patrick Mahomes is way more valuable
right.
than the
Right, well,
others.
that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
it's hard to look at the Dolphins and say,
Well, 2
"Oh,
is
yeah,
so
2 is the
valuable.
most valuable," because you look at years past and
Yeah.
this production wasn't happening. I would argue that Tyreek is more valuable than Tua is.
Yeah.
So you can make a case for Tyreek to be MVP, but
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think Tua deserves to be completely out of the conversation by
No,
any means,
but I
but
think Patrick Mahomes is so much better than
yeah, he's just a freak. Like
Yeah,
he's
and also there was another thing, like, so this I feel like I brought this up before, maybe last year, but I feel like Patrick Mahomes is always going to get, like, the LeBron treatment for the rest of his
yeah.
career. He's gonna
Yeah,
get the LeBron treatment.
I think we said that like a couple weeks ago too.
Yeah,
Like
like, it's
it's
either he has to be playing at a Super Bowl caliber level every single game, or people are gonna do the freaking fraud memes, put the
yep.
Mickey Mouse ears on him. He has to do that or they're gonna roast him. And it's, like, unfortunate because he's clearly playing better than everybody else, but it's not the best he's ever played, so then they're like, "Oh, well, he can't be MVP because he's not playing the best he's played." But, like, if
Well,
he's playing better than everybody else, what's the deal then?
right. Yeah, I mean, it's the same conversation that we had with Brady. It's the same that we had with LeBron, and you even make the argument over the last couple years, Aaron Judge, like stuff. It's just when you have those players who just every single year are just nuts, and even when they're not like putting up insane numbers, blowing people out of the water and stuff, they're still really freaking good to the
Really
point where they
good.
could still be in that conversation. Like that's where Patrick Mahomes is in his first 5 years in the league. But you know who's not in that conversation anymore?
He's still in it.
No
Yes,
way.
he is.
No
Yes, he is.
way.
He still has the highest odds to win
I
the
don't.
Super Bowl.
There's
Yeah, he is.
something with Josh Allen. The
Because his
something is
arm's about to
not right
fall
right
off.
now. Well,
Josh
that's
Allen is
okay. So that's
he's still
that's
in.
one
He's still
thing.
in.
I think the Bills, I know it was a big game against the Vikings, but like Kirk Cousins for the majority of that game
Oh god, don't even
did not
don't do
look
that.
good. Did not look good. Looked like a game that you very easily could have won. And I it seems like the elbow isn't as bad as everybody initially thought, especially because he didn't practice all last week. But that's still something I personally, and I know I'm a head coach in the NFL, I guess it makes hypothetically though, if I was, UCL is not something I would mess with in a throwing arm. I would have given him maybe a week off to
Maybe
just
try this one.
chill.
Like, he should take a week off. This is week off against the Browns in a snowstorm.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, if you're gonna take any week off, it's gonna be the week where you play the worst defense, the worst run defense, plus, I think they're up to 40 inches of snow they're predicting. I don't know how the
That's
fuck they're gonna
insane.
play
Oh
that
yeah,
game.
well, lake effect. That's I mean, that's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
I don't know.
a
It's
fucking
not gonna snow
nightmare.
here at all. We share the same little stupid lake 2 hours away. We're
Huh.
getting no snow. They're getting over 30 inches. I was gonna go. Can't go now. I don't even
No.
know if the team's gonna make it there.
No. My thing with Josh Allen, and I saw a tweet about this today that I think like just hit it on the head, so I'm gonna say it verbatim, is last year Matt Stafford was not in the same caliber as the others for MVP because of the turnover problem. Josh Allen is starting to end up in that same
He
territory with
does have a lot
turnovers.
of turnovers, but I just everything else he does is so much better than Matt Stafford.
Yeah, well, no, I agree. I mean, Josh Allen is light years better than Matt Stafford, I think. But last year, Matt Stafford easily could have won MVP, and the reason why he didn't is because he has the turnovers. Josh Allen leads the league in turnovers right now, ahead of Matt
Yeah,
Ryan, which is insane to think about because it seems like Matt Ryan the first couple of
is
weeks and
yeah.
had like 7 turnovers a game. But and he's got what I think like 4 red zone interceptions or I guess turnovers, 4 total red zone turnovers in the last couple of weeks. Like
But I
I
feel like
don't
every explosive quarterback has those turnovers. Not that many, but they're all turning the ball over at some point. They're making plays like you look at Jalen Hurts, he had a couple. Patrick Mahomes, a lot of interceptions.
yeah, but like I don't know. All I'm saying is
I'm
everybody
still I'm
hyped him
still
up this
putting
year.
him I'm putting him over like almost every single quarterback in the league.
No, I
Where
think I
would
might
you rank him?
I put him at 2 right now. I put Pat back at number.
Yeah, see, like he's still like so much better than everybody
No, oh
else.
no. I
You're
totally
picking Josh
agree,
Allen
but
over almost everybody.
no, I watched Kenny's video this week called him Brett Favre Jr. I
Oh
legitimately
god.
laughed out
That's
loud.
so mean though.
Laughed out loud.
God, come on, you can't put him in that category with that man.
Listen, I mean, he's a really shitty human being, but he was a good quarterback. Gunslinger, had the turnover problems, but was still, really good. Won a Super Bowl. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if Josh Allen's career trajectory looks like that. I would argue that he's a way better human being than
Oh yeah,
Brett
let's
Favre.
we could say that one for
Just so
sure.
that's clear. I don't think
Oh
they're the same
man.
person. I think maybe they're similar players. Um, but the Bills, I mean, losing this game made the AFC even more
I mean, the
interesting.
Dolphins have a chance to win.
The
They
Dolphins
really do.
absolutely, but I feel like it's kind of wide open right now
Nah,
because
I just think it's those 2.
no, I mean, this
I
loss
can't.
dropped the Bills down to 3rd. They're 0-2 in the division right now, which is huge. I
Yeah,
mean,
but I just don't see I don't know, I just can't see it.
all I
I
know
feel like
is
it's
as
those
of
2.
if the playoffs started today, all 4 AFC East in, which is the time that has ever happened, which is insane. Um, and it made this Sunday's game against the Pats and the Jets so much bigger than it already was. It already had like pretty
Right.
heavy implications, but oh boy, now does it ever? Because if the Pats win, not only would they be 2-0 against the Jets, they would leapfrog the Bills and be in 2nd place in the division.
Yeah, but the last, like, stretch of your games are a little rough.
A little rough, but also you got Thanksgiving night Kirk Cousins, prime time. Are we gonna see actual prime time Kirk
Oh,
Cousins
man.
or
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
think so.
then
And then okay, but then the Jets schedule
it's supposed to be easy.
a little easier.
Yeah.
But, no, I just those 2 I'll probably be wrong, but, like, I just don't see being anything but those
It
I mean,
just
they have to play it's all divisional games coming down to it.
which is also it's gonna be the Pats. This is what I'm gonna say about the Pats because again, the defense doesn't and I think this is kind of similar for the Jets. Their season and their playoff hopes rely on what version of their quarterback comes out week after week for the remainder. Because both defenses are very good.
Yeah. Can't say
Matt
the
Jones and
same
Zach Wilson, though,
for the
maybe
offense.
not
Could do
as good.
without, you know, could do without.
No, if we get last year's first half of the season, Mac Jones, smooth sailing for the Pats. Maybe they'll drop 2 or 3 the remainder of the year, which would be great because that would still put them in a playoff spot, more likely than not.
Um,
I don't
sorry,
know.
you're just like you keep saying playoffs and it just keeps making me laugh because I've seen so many tweets today. So many. And it's literally so comical to me. There are brainwashed. I can't blame them because the team has drug you through the mud, worst of the worst times. There are people that literally think if the Browns win one of the
Oh
next
god.
2 games, they can bring back Deshaun Watson, who hasn't played football in 2 years, to go what how many games? 7, I don't know how many the fuck games there are, whatever in O to make the playoffs. Be for real. Put the fucking alcohol
That's
down, put the weed down, put the phone down. It's not happening. It's
that's
not
soon, no?
happening. Yeah, and
2 weeks?
yeah.
Oh,
What a fucking shit
oh,
show. Sorry
Godspeed,
guys for
man.
the profanities, but, like, stressing me out.
Ugh. I don't
Ugh.
know.
The
I
comeback
don't know,
day,
that's gonna be
I'm going to Cincinnati, and I'm watching the Bengals play the Chiefs, and I'm
good
not
for
watching it.
you. For
Watching
you.
it
I
'cause
do
it's gonna
Yeah, social media is gonna be a interesting one that week, that's for
right, and,
sure.
like, the NFL, you really just hyped it up to be against the Texans game
Right.
plan. Yeah.
Seriously.
So, yeah, but, like, put down the freaking drugs, Browns fans. Open your eyes. The season was over the second we knew it was, 11 games. So, I don't know where you thought they were gonna be anything different. That's all I gotta say.
This person said he can fall. Okay. And?
Yeah, he can. I just don't think he's gonna go undefeated, and I don't think that part is, like, the most irrelevant part of it. The relevant part was that they could make the playoffs. I'm afraid the Cleveland Browns not making the playoffs. They need to fire everybody on defense. They need to get rid of half the defense, to be honest. They should not be allowed on the team. They are
Oh my god,
so
okay. Speaking of firings, apparently Josh McDaniels is safe. He's got his
stupid.
job for the next year.
What did he do? What did he say? What did he
That's the
do?
thing,
How did he get the job?
Mark Davis said he's doing a great job.
At what?
Doing
Is the
what,
next question.
sir?
You made Derek Carr cry at the freaking press conference,
Listen,
and that man deserves
I
so much more.
I have talked my fair share of shit about Derek Carr. I still think he's deserving of some of the blame for what's going on, but oh my god, do I feel so freaking bad for this man.
Yeah, they're
So
really
bad.
just ruining his life. They have
Oh,
stressed that man out. You moved the team. How many coaches have you had? You fired who did they just you fire all these people. Your teammates can't even stay on the team to play for you.
I
Like
uh
I really do. I really do feel
I
bad for him.
yeah, I mean I do too. Like I said, he's not playing
Yeah, he could be
all that
better.
great,
They could
but
also be better.
holy yeah. I mean the and I understand like the injury aspect of it. Hunter Renfro's hurt, Darren Waller's hurt. Like they haven't had the big three of like targets
Right.
on the field for like at all, basically. I think games at most. So like that, yeah, that's a thing. That's a big aspect of this problem. But also,
Like
McDaniels is not a head coach. And it's we've seen almost 2 full seasons of this project in his career,
and
dating
I
back
don't
to the
wanna see any
Broncos.
more.
Like,
Yeah, I just hope they send him somewhere that's a little more fun. Let him go somewhere, have a nice couple years, and
well,
then
at this point, like, why not? Here's
just
the kicker with this thing. I don't know when Derek Carr is a free agent off the top of my head, but I do know when Tom Brady is a free agent, and that's next year. If the
oh man, not
Raiders
that freaking
oh, yeah, baby.
that single man running it up
In
all through
Vegas,
the
could you
Vegas
imagine?
Strip. Oh my
Oh,
god,
man.
he's gonna be front row at every freaking residency that they have.
All I know is
Don't let your don't let your wife go on wife go on a bachelorette trip to Vegas because she'll end up with pretty. Okay, oh, Bree, I don't know where you went, but I guess I'm just gonna rant about the Browns still if you guys want me to, which probably would be for the best. Okay, Bree will be back shortly, and I will tell you guys what I think is gonna happen in freaking Buffalo this weekend. We already talked about it. No game. Going to send wants to send Core to okay. let me say the Derek Carr thing real quick first. I was about to go on a Buffalo rant again.
Okay, hold on. I don't know what the hell just happened. The stream just kicked me. One more thing about the Tom Brady thing, and then you can go and
No,
do
I was
your
just
thing.
gonna say, we're gonna score 5 touchdowns all on the ground because it's disgusting, and it just
Probably,
seems like something bad will happen like that. Yeah, that's all I was gonna get at.
probably. Um, it, the Raiders almost signed Tom Brady in 2020. John Gruden, the smart man that we know him to be, said no. I don't want him. I don't want that.
Well, look what happened to
Okay.
you.
Um, just so happens that Josh McDaniels is Tom Brady's offensive coordinator. They're buddies. Uh,
Well, that
Tom Br-
changed things for him?
yes,
Okay.
that would be
Or will it
massive.
cause more meltdowns?
I think that would be huge for him
He's gonna fucking
because
punch Hunter Renfrow in the face when it goes wrong. He's gonna
listen,
have an iPad at the
it can't
face.
be worse than Scotty Miller jumping around like a
Oh my
fucking spider
god.
monkey right now. Like, talk about unnecessary. And that's, you know what that is? That's not having faith in your hands to catch the ball. You need to jump and use your body as like a backboard. That's what that is.
He
And
was a little
that's
nervous on that one.
terrifying. But I just think, Derek Carr, do him a solid, cut him, let him go somewhere else, or trade if you want to get some sort of return. I don't know really what you would get, but and then just take Brady. McDaniels and Brady for a year,
And where
maybe,
are you gonna send Derek Carr to? Where's he
I don't
gonna
know,
go?
a mediocre
A
quarterback.
freaking lot of people right now, I guess.
Oh, I don't know, maybe the Commanders. I don't know if they're
Oh
gonna
man, I don't
do this
know.
Carson Wentz thing
Panthers?
any
The
longer.
Panthers?
Mm.
That could be
That would be
something.
interesting.
'Cause you know Baker Mayfield is not gonna go back there,
Well,
even though he's
he's
freaking starting this week.
yeah.
He should have started against the Bengals, Given the history,
I
should have
just
started against the Bengals. But, I don't know, maybe the Panthers. I saw someone today saying that they could see Baker Mayfield going to the Colts, and it makes a little sense.
it does make sense, and that was, I think, where everybody kind of expected him to go this year.
Right, and now that they are in dysfunction mode, full train wreck. Even though they won, they're still very much dysfunctional. Do not let
Yeah,
that fool you.
I don't know how much stock anybody should put in that win.
Right. Mm, not
I
much. Yeah,
no.
so I could see football guy going after a football guy. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't hate it. I just think
I hate
the
it.
Col the Col
I hate it.
the Colts need to figure out their offensive line issues before they do anything. Anything.
Yeah. I can't believe
And
they won
then
that
maybe a
game.
coach. Because,
I
like,
cannot believe.
Jeff Saturday's not gonna be the coach for real next year, right?
You
Like,
don't know
can we
that at this
all
point.
it's true, Jim Irsay is absolutely certifiably insane, so
Yeah,
he
and
might.
he won 1 game, so that was enough. Probably seal the deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah, there's actually a real possibility that he is the actual head coach moving forward. Boy, I don't know.
That was not, wasn't something I thought was gonna happen. I don't
No,
know what's gonna happen now.
I don't know either. I mean, who do the Colts play this week?
They play
Have
the
the
Eagles.
oh Lord. All right. Well,
Imagine see, now that's what I don't need to happen. They cannot beat the Eagles because it will be a disaster for
okay.
everybody else.
I have this written down on my little note sheet right here. The last bullet point. Do the Eagles have, and this, no pun intended when I wrote this down, but like it actually kind of works. Are the Eagles looking at a potential tailspin incoming?
Well, a few weeks ago, I said maybe like the Steelers and Cardinals,
Yep.
and everybody started talking about that today, and I'm like, "You guys are late to the party. You already got to that." I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm not sure how realistic it is, but at the same time, I watched this with the Pats in 2019. They started the season 8-0. After that, shit show. Absolute shit show. Dropped them down to a wild card spot. And y'all know what happened in the fog game. Whatever. But is that, I mean, like you said, we've seen that over the last however many years with the undefeated team.
Yeah, but, like, the Steelers team, I was like, "They're really terrible.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
not
know
that
how they
great.
keep winning." Cardinals, I also thought, don't like anything that they're doing, but they are winning, and I
I don't know.
don't know.
It's possible. They've got the Cowboys on Christmas Eve, which is and we talked about it last week. That's the one I'm looking at where it's like that feels, and that's in Dallas too. That feels like an L right there. I'm not comfortable enough to write it in pen that it's a loss, but like giving me those vibes.
I don't know, I still think they win the division, but I don't they win a Super Bowl?
No, I don't think they.
Chiefs win. Chiefs win. If the Super Bowl's today, the Chiefs are winning. I'm picking the
Mm,
Chiefs.
yeah, maybe a Chiefs Niners rematch.
Yeah.
Now we're on to something.
But then
Mm,
they just tried that. So,
huh. I don't know.
yeah, the
Speaking of the
Chiefs.
Niners, very much a big fan of Christian McCaffrey on that football team. Um, not so much a big fan, and this is probably the millionth time I've talked about this, the usage of George Kittle or lack
Yeah,
thereof.
he doesn't really do
He's a tight end. He's one of the very, very, very good tight ends. Use him like it. Stop using him as extra lineman. You're driving me absolutely batshit crazy. And it doesn't help my fantasy team either, obviously. That's
Yeah,
the
he's
whole
not
underlying
he's
theme here.
he's
So
do
annoying.
really not doing much. That sucks.
So annoying. What else? What else did I think we covered everything I had on here. Oh, not that it correlates, but like it absolutely does. Tom Brady being 2-0 since announcing the divorce.
Man, people are being so mean today about that
To him or to her?
to her.
Well, yeah, that little rumor about the jujitsu coach trainer. I don't know.
They act like if people are getting a divorce, they just decided yesterday
Right.
that
Well,
they don't right,
exactly.
like, they're acting like, "Oh, they don't like each other anymore as of yesterday," so I'm sure
No.
this has been an ongoing thing for a while.
I said this the other day or yesterday when that jujitsu thing came out. My thinking is they'd been separated for a little bit and then they had just announced it when it got finalized
Right.
that they
So now
actually
she
were
can
divorced.
go off
Yeah.
with yeah, that's all it is. He's probably doing the same shit, but he can't go out in public with a 21-year-old. That's probably what he's trying to do here.
I don't know. All I
Then the
know is
men are acting
if
like they could even have a woman like that. Like,
oh,
shut
give me
up.
a fucking break. Give me a break. All I know is if any Kardashian Jenner family member gets involved in this situation, I'm throwing a fit.
No, I want it to be Kim so bad.
Throwing a fit. I would
Why? I like Kim.
ugh.
Kim's
He just
okay.
he doesn't need to be involved with that because like look at all the athletes that they have dated and then what has happened to their careers.
Kristen Thompson won NBA Finals. Can't that the curse is a thing because look at him.
Were they together though when that
She was
happened?
there. Yeah, there in the front. And now her lip kits. Well, the Kylie lip. I'm
Yeah, but
done.
he's like a just a so I feel like that like he's such a bad person that I feel like it just like, bounces off of him. You know? But like Reggie Bush of getting popped with that USC thing, got all of his awards taken away. Chris Humphries,
Now,
not
he didn't start off great either,
no,
though.
not good to begin with, but ended up on that Celtics team that won all of what I think like 6 games that year. Sometimes I forget that team. It's like um and then Lamar Odom, I mean, we don't need to go into detail with that one. We all know what happened there. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? Speaking of Celtics, Jaylen Brown, is he okay?
Okay, so I've been biting my tongue about this, but I feel like this is
Right.
a good time to talk about it. Jaylen Brown is way too smart to be involving himself with the Kyrie and Kanye bullshit. Way
Right,
too
but
smart.
he's also, a member of the Kanye cult.
I just I see all of his tweets and every time I'm like, dude,
You
stop. Just
just
stop
don't tweet
tweeting.
again.
Just stop, please. Like, I don't
You
know.
tweeting about it is not gonna solve anything for what
It's
he's
it's
doing,
it's not gonna make a difference. It's not, and it's
and
just
then
gonna
you're just
make
gonna
you
encourage him
look
to
so
do
bad.
you're gonna encourage him to do it again, and then he's never gonna play.
I like I don't the whole last 2 weeks with Jaylen Brown's Twitter. And I mean you guys all know this. Like you know this. I love the Boston Celtics, specifically Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart. Like those would do unspeakable things to make sure that they stay together as a unit. So, and I've loved Jaylen Brown ever since he was drafted and whatever, all of those things. I'm like high key very disappointed because I know how smart of a human he is, but on top of that, I know how like empathetic he is and understanding and like really cares about other people, minorities, things like that. Like he drove to Atlanta during the Black Lives Matter protests and things like that to organize a march and be the face of the march and get people out to speak out against all the bullshit that was going on. Like he is a very intellectual and like understanding human being. So to see this stuff, it hurts kind of. And I'm not of I'm not Jewish, I'm not this, I'm not that. So like I can't sit here and overly upset about it because it's not personally affecting me, but like just being a fan of this guy and seeing my friends who are of these groups also being a fan of him, like be
Yeah,
torn
that
on what
sucks.
they should do and how they should feel about it. Like I just need him to stop. I just need him to put the phone down, maybe like do some meditation and inner workings and thinkings about maybe this is happening and I might not personally agree with it, but where I am as the person that I am, figure that I am, maybe me saying these things isn't going to be inclusive because of the people that look up to me, of the kids that look up to me, of the fans that I have. It's like talking about like that and all the bullshit that he just spewed however long ago probably does not make
Right.
other people feel good after the fact because it's this and then it's that and then Hell's doing this and it's just like stop. Jaylen Brown, please, I love you. Put the phone down. Don't.
Yeah.
It's not good. None of it looks good. That's that. How I feel about that. Yeah, I haven't tweeted about it. I haven't done nothing. I've held that all in completely because like I don't necessarily know what to say about it again because it's not like something I'm personally affected by. But also I feel like a really shitty person if I don't say something about it because of like the platforms and stuff, whatever. So that's that. That's my thoughts on Jaylen Brown.
NBA right now is
Annoying.
the NBA is filled with drama.
Yeah, like left and right.
NBA
It's
is filled with
just
drama. That's all I gotta say about the NBA. It's filled
tired.
with drama. But you had a top 5 wide receiver tweet.
I did. Okay, so this one I thought this was super interesting because a lot of the responses were similar. I'm not going to say the same because there were a little bit like skewed here and there. The consensus was Tyreek, Justin Jefferson, Cooper
Yes.
Cup,
Yep.
Devontae Adams, and Stephon
Diggs.
Diggs.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Not in that
That's my
order.
5. Yeah, I don't know what my order is. I would
Yeah.
read through and those are I'm not gonna put Jamar in my 5.
No.
He's
I would
very
put
good.
Jamar 6 or 7. But I
AJ
saw
Brown very good also, but like
not in the top 5. No. And that's what my next point was gonna be is I saw a lot of people either put Chase or Brown in there, and more often than not, the person that got kicked out was Stephon Diggs, and to that I say, "What the hell have you been watching this
because
season?"
he's been putting
Because
on, show every single weekend.
he averages like 100 yards
Okay,
a game.
he might have had the best catch of the year, and then
Just
5 seconds later, Justin Jefferson canceled it. So you don't even
just
know what
for
happened.
him just for him to get upstaged. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I yeah, I mean, that I saw a lot of people talking about, "Oh, OBJ's catch was better." Like, I don't
No,
know.
and the circumstances for when it was, how it happened, Justin Jefferson's catch was
Like,
insane,
was
and then scored immediately after.
basically the same thing, except for the fact that Justin Jefferson had a defender with a hand on the ball, and he had to fight with just his hand stretched all the way back like this to maintain control. That's sick. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, I think Justin Jefferson, if we're going with the cool, I know we did like a little cool QB list. Justin Jefferson has to be at like the very top of all the players in the NFL. He's so
Yeah,
cool.
he's really he is really I love that video that you got at Radio Row of him too. Like,
I
it's
don't
the
know why I
cutest.
said I don't know why because I don't know why I said the Buffalo thing, but like it worked out
Oh,
so
because we were
perfect.
asking everybody about
Yeah, but I don't know
the
why I
wings,
just
right?
said to him specifically.
Oh, right.
Good thing you're not in Buffalo. They would roast you for that one.
Yeah. Perfect. Good.
Yeah.
Good one. I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I feel like the top 5 is like set in stone completely.
Yep.
I don't I just can't envision a world where I would look at it and say no Stephon Diggs. Like AJ Brown and Jamar Chase I think are 6 and 7 for me. Interchangeable
Yeah.
depending. Um but like it's so hard to argue against
Mm.
those 5. I saw somebody put DeAndre Hopkins in there too.
That's not.
I love DeAndre Hopkins. He's one of my favorite players in the league, and he has been for a really long time. He's not in that
Yeah, let's not
anymore.
do that.
Not. Like 4 years ago, but especially like with the suspension thing, can't put him in there. He's only played 2 games.
On, do we move on to
We do picks.
let's make another little touchdown thing because I posted and it got so many replies and retweets and shares and comments. People loved it.
Yep, I saw that.
People loved it.
If you do
So
that this week, I'm gonna Venmo you, and
okay.
we'll
Well, I
go.
literally only put $5. So
Oh, that's fine. That's all I was
yeah.
gonna do.
Literally only $5. So it had potential. But every week we have just like
It did.
one
I
that's like,
know.
oh my gosh. Man, see, I have one that I want to add that might be risky. I haven't been very risky.
This comment says Mike Evans. If we're still talking about top 5, absolutely not. Mike
I
Evans
like Mike
is
Evans, but he's not in the top 5.
Mike Evans is in the top 10. He is not in the top 5. All right, let me pull up the schedule for this week because that's the one thing I forgot to do is write down.
See, I have like 4. No, I have 5 written down, and there's one that I want to say, but it's probably the least likely to happen. And it could change if the
Um,
game gets moved.
who's okay? Who's
Well,
yours?
I'll go with my first one that my normal one. Gonna go Dalvin Cook. We got the Cowboys. The Cowboys have been getting ran through. He
Okay.
has to score. Going Dalvin Cook.
All right. Looking at this, I'm gonna go. I know we changed our mind last week on it, but of course you ended up actually scoring with Dream. I'm gonna go Travis Kelsey for real this week.
Travis always has. Okay, should I do a normal one or should I do the one that it's
Well, what's the normal one?
Miles Sanders? Now I'll take it a step further. Kareem Hunt.
So it's gonna be a
Because
real ground and pound.
it's literally going to snow 40 inches.
Oh man.
Well, fuck it. I'll just go Kareem, and I'll do one with Kareem, and I'll do one with Miles. I just feel like I don't know what I'm feeling, but I feel like they're gonna give the ball to him, going to score in a snowstorm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like Miles better.
Well, we'll put Miles in, and then I'll make another one with Kareem just in
I'm gonna throw a receiver in here. An actual wide receiver, because last week
not
we
trust.
did straight rushers. Um, I'm gonna go with the Pats game this week. Do it. Monte Parker might be back this week, which is exciting. I want to say him, but I think I'm gonna go Jacoby Myers. Yeah, final answer. Jacoby Myers. He is the most
Man.
reliable receiver on this football team, and if anybody's gonna score in a big game like this,
They
so
are locking those. And
that
when
we're in.
Kareem scores, guys, no, know that that snow is for real. Fucking bad. Okay, we'll get through these picks real quick, real fast. Thursday night football.
I also just noticed that some of these logos on the graphic are not right, so
Oh,
just
it's
bear
fine.
with us. Thursday night football. Yuck. I don't like this game at all. Just because Titans are like frauds in
They're like
my
hit or
eyes.
miss. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Um, I'm gonna go Packers
Yep.
strictly because it's a home game.
Going Packers, home game, going Packers. Don't have a lot of drama this week. Maybe they will play well
As
now.
of right now. He
Right.
is still very young.
But for now,
For now.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean pretty that's it's Chicago at Atlanta. This is a battle of two teams that are not good but have potential to be really good at any given for unexplainable reasons. I just absolutely love everything about Justin Fields right now. I know he didn't have a perfect game against the
Yeah.
Lions,
I
but
love everything that he's doing too, but I just need their defense to do a little more. And
yeah.
Justin Fields maybe do a little less. You
Also,
need because they need to win games.
maybe it's just like I know you've got some pretty good running backs. Herbert just went on the IR, so let's go running back with Montgomery. And I know Justin Fields with the whole legs, like he's mobile and whatever, but like also maybe throw the football a little bit more.
Yeah.
Specifically to Darnell Mooney, because I
Pretty cool.
ended up having him. I think I had him in our daily fantasy contest, and it like did nothing for me. And
I
to
had Chase
make
Claypool because
to
I
make
thought maybe
matters
they would
worse,
like bring him into the offense a little bit, get him like happy in Chicago,
that
but I guess
too,
not.
Chase. I keep forgetting about him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
he has
mean,
had what 3 receptions?
I
Yeah,
think so. Also, I had Cole Kmet as my tight end for that, and I
me
ended up
too.
changing it last minute. So that was
Yeah,
good. Great. Yeah, I'm gonna go Chicago though. I think they're actually starting to come close to figuring it out, if not actually are figuring it out. Um, this I know this says Browns at Panthers, but it's obviously Browns at Bills. Um, snowstorm though. Oh,
they could do it.
they could
They
do it.
could fucking do it. What are we saying?
They
They can't
could.
do it. We no,
The Pats
no,
went in there
no.
last
They
year
can't.
with insane wins and
No, they
pulled out the
can't do it.
win. I'm not
Yeah, but hear me
un
out. You are a coached team. You have a
true.
very old grandpa on the sidelines and make sure they do the right thing. We have idiots that fight each other in the locker room.
All I'm saying is I'm not not giving the Browns a chance.
Um, maybe okay. So there's going to be 4 touchdowns scored, and it's going to be all 4 running backs. You're going to see Jerome Ford, Kareem Hunt, Ernest Johnson, and Nick Chubb all in the end zone. And don't thank me now. Don't thank me later. Just know I told you. And we're still going to lose.
I'm gonna take the Bills. However, it would not surprise me given the insane weather and given what happened with the Bills last year in an insane weather game if the Browns are able to. And boy, oh boy, am I hoping that the Browns can.
You
Because
know they can't.
The
You
Pats
know
beat
they
the
can't.
Browns. They're gonna have that tiebreaker. Like, listen, I don't think it's gonna happen, but holy shit, if it does, I could kiss Kevin Stefanski. I could. I'm not going to, but I could.
Not gonna happen. Don't even worry.
All right. Philadelphia Eagles just lost their first game of the season and now are going to Jeff Saturday's Indianapolis Colts. I mean,
We had this whole little speech last week, but like the Eagles are winning. If the Colts win, I cannot take it. I cannot do it. The Eagles are winning, and I just don't really care.
Said the same thing about the Raiders, though. Oh, but no, I mean the Eagles and the Raiders are not even close to being the same. I'm going to take the Eagles, and if they lose this game, boy oh boy, is that tailspin thing going to actually happen? Because that's not good. That would not be good. So, moving on. One of the biggest games of the year.
I have a bad feeling about it. Bree, it is not one of the biggest games.
Pats it is.
For the Pats, yeah. I have a bad feeling about it for both teams. Like, I don't know what the bad feeling is, but I don't feel good for either team. And I think this is how I feel like the stat line's gonna go for both.
Ugly.
They're gonna both be like, maybe like Zach Wilson's gonna be like 11 for whatever with 2 interceptions. Mac Jones, a couple more completions, also 2 interceptions. There's gonna be a fumble from one of them. Strip sack.
What I said in the first meeting, and it still rings true for this one. Both of these quarterbacks are not very good. I'm very comfortable saying that. It's going to come down to who makes more mistakes. Whoever makes the most mistakes, because these two defenses are very, very good. And the offenses, like I've said before, both have potential to be very good. It just depends on what version of the quarterback you get. In the first matchup, Zach Wilson made the most mistakes. So that's not the only reason why the Jets lost, but like big part. I'm going to say it happens again because Bill Belichick, when it comes to Jets quarterbacks, like especially the young ones, look back at the Sam Darnold games, he just knows how to throw them off, how to get to them. And Zach Wilson, everything about him as a quarterback just gives me the home game for the Pats coming off the bye. Like I need it. I need it. I need it to happen.
Next thing, can we just skip this one?
Yeah, I'm all good with this one.
Rams. I picked the Lions over the Giants just because it was funny.
Yeah,
and that's my explanation.
I took the Giants, but this one feels like a pick 'em for me. Like it could be anything. So I just went with the home team.
Baker Mayfield in Baltimore. Last time I watched them play, I tweeted I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a decent game, and then we lost to Lamar Jackson, who 4 interceptions. Tells you anything?
Remember that one?
Yeah, that tells you anything at all.
Yep.
The Panthers are losing.
Yeah. Yeah, Baltimore had.
I need a few interceptions from the Ravens defense, please. Thank you.
Baltimore had Drake run for however many touchdowns the other week. Like if you get that guy going, like you're fine. They're good. I don't think the Panthers. Commanders at Texans. This one also seems like a no-brainer.
Will you say that now?
Yeah,
and it
I
could
know.
be whatever. Yeah.
I know. Watch the Texans like blow them out.
So Raiders and the Broncos is a terrible game. I'm sorry for both fan bases. I feel very bad for you. And whoever loses, I feel even worse for your team. Not for your team, but for you.
The fact that we both picked Vegas though is I don't know if that makes us actually crazy or
I mean,
that just goes to show how much both of these teams are bad.
yeah. So I don't think either option is the same pick. Like if you have to pick one of the two, it's already bad.
Yeah, gross. Um, Cowboys at Vikings. This
Really fun
is
game.
sneaky, very, very, very good. Um,
Well, we have two teams that just went into overtime last week playing now, and that's going to be really exciting to watch.
I no,
I think
I'm sticking with it. I'm
Kirk
sticking with it.
Cousins is playing better than Dak. That's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kirk
Um,
Cousins is like a fringe top 10. That's sad.
weird. But it's true. I mean,
Yeah,
it really is. One of those throws to Justin Jefferson the other day was like one of the best throws of the season, I would say. Like it was
right.
beautiful. Like dotted him. It was Kirk Cousins, which is the craziest part. But I for a second wanted to flip flop here, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna stick with.
Yep, same. I think that they're actually a good team.
Yeah.
I think they're good.
Yeah.
Okay, I have some reasoning for this one.
Okay.
So, have you seen the Panthers theory?
Oh, everybody that they play loses
Yeah.
after. Yep.
So, I'm just going purely off of the Panthers 0-8 theory. Bengals, you are losing again to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hilarious. Panthers curse will live on. And
Hmm.
then I'll probably be wrong and they'll probably lose by like 40.
I don't think
But
that this is gonna be like a blowout though.
right, it's probably be there's gonna be some like sneaky things that are gonna happen. AFC North games are not fun
Yep.
because they kick the shit out of each other the whole game. They really do.
Yep. I'm gonna take the Bengals on, and I have one little stipulation here. Is the only way that I'm gonna be comfortable with this is if they remember that they have T. Higgins on their football team and no Jamar Chase right now. So throw the fucking ball to T. Higgins. Maybe if we're gonna have somebody score 5 touchdowns, let's not do
Never gonna
that
happen again.
and let's share the
Never
wealth.
gonna happen. Never gonna happen again. And I don't Joe Mixon will never have a football game like that ever again.
No, oh my god, absolutely not. But
And they have
in
TJ Watt back.
in the off chance that it does happen, please let it be one of your receivers, specifically number 85. I can't lose now, but oh, things aren't going to be good. All right, Kansas City at the Chargers. I'm going to be at that game. I
Ooh,
got a
that's
really
gonna be fun.
cool Justin Herbert shirt that I am very excited to wear, and I think this is my content idea for that the kid with the sign that like just stands on the street and does that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make 2 of those. First one is gonna say fire Brandon Staley
Yeah,
because we
'cause
all know
he's
how I feel
yeah.
about him. Second one, flip side, is gonna say Mac Jones for Justin Herbert straight up. Who says no? And I'm gonna
Yeah,
record what people say about it.
that's funny.
So,
Oh man,
I'm
that's funny.
taking the
Ah,
Chargers just because it's running bit on the show now that I picked the Chargers, even if they are not a good football team. About them physically hurts me. But realistically, I think can't crap out of them.
yeah. See, that makes me sad that I can't go to Buffalo now because I had such a funny idea. Wasn't really funny, but I just want to see the reactions. You ever see like the people that do like Black History Month or whatever?
Yeah.
I want to say Josh Allen or Bill Super Bowl. Pick one.
Ooh,
You have to pick.
interesting. You have to.
And
You
then
have
say
to.
if you had the option to draft these quarterbacks, Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, or Josh Allen, which one are you picking? Who are you taking first? Right. Great question because it's not like that ever happened before.
Yeah. No. Right. The fact that that's. And then Monday Night Football in Mexico City. I mean,
They have a big Cardinals fan base. Like,
they really
that's
do.
Cardinals fan
Yeah.
base, yeah.
Mhm.
They're gonna see an L.
Yeah, I'm very
Sorry.
comfortable with saying San Fran. Those are week 11 picks.
God.
Fucking kill
Oh my
me.
god.
I'm so
What if they
nervous.
tie?
Honestly,
Ah,
I would be okay with that
fine with
because
the tie,
it would be better than
then the
a divisional
loss.
loss. I
Yeah.
would be okay with that.
That'd be so man. Okay, well, those are our picks. That's what we got. Play our fantasy game. Put the link out. Yeah, have a great rest of your week,
It's
guys.
something. We also more likely than not will not have a show next week given the holiday and travel and
Traveling
shit
and
like that.
yeah,
So everybody have a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy. Don't forget World Cup starts this weekend. So not next week, but the week after, we will be talking about that too. Uh, we will see you not next week, but the following. So
right.